our planet in despair. Poverty, pandemic, ecosystem collapse, desperation, strife. As my cousin in sunny Florida says, while sipping a 19th hole beverage as he watches the news showing a blizzard hitting the Northeast, what are you going to do? ASPRS answers that question. The UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015, provides a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet, now and into the future. At its heart are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which are an urgent call for action by all countries, developed and developing, in a global partnership. They recognize that ending poverty and other deprivations must go hand in hand with strategies that improve health and education, reduce inequality, and spur economic growth, all while tackling climate change and working to preserve our oceans and forests. ASPRS participates in that effort. Through our involvement with the International Standards Organization Technical Committee 211, ASPRS attended the United Nations Global Geographic Information Management meeting last August. Side meetings were held for geospatial societies, academic networks, subject matter experts, and standards developing organizations, which brought together people with the knowledge and motivation to work together for the greater good. Much of the excitement at this UNGGIM meeting revolved around the release of sections of the Integrated Geographic Information Framework, IGIF, and its implementation guide, except that Strategic Pathways 6 was not complete. ASPRS helped with that effort. Through its ongoing relationship with the Open Geospatial Consortium, ASPRS helped edit Strategic Pathway 6, which is now part of the global effort to reach the Sustainable Development Goals in 2030. Global consultation is now extended to June 26, 2020, for people and organizations to take a look and incrementally improve the document. ASPRS invites you to participate in that effort. The implementation guide describes what actions can be taken to strengthen geospatial information management. The implementation guide is a reference resource that provides information for governments to design, plan, establish, implement, and maintain nationally integrated geospatial information frameworks in their country in such a way that transformational change is enabled, visible, and sustainable. The implementation guide provides the specific guidance and options to be taken by countries in implementing the IGIF. Through each of the 9 strategic pathways, it guides the user through the approach, content, rationale, options, and considerations, along with principles that align with actions and sample outcomes for comparison. 2030 will be here sooner than we think. How will we get there? The third edition of the UNGGIM document entitled Future Trends in Geospatial Information Management, the 5 to 10 Year Vision, is currently undergoing revision. A global consultation is out for people who can offer their insights to help plan for the future of the geospatial industry. ASPRS participates in that effort. The 2020 edition of the Future Trends Report marks the beginning of a highly important decade for both sustainable development and geospatial information management. It is characterized by 3 significant global milestones, namely the beginning of the Decade of Action for the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, the start of the Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, and the 10th anniversary of the United Nations Committee of Experts on Global Geospatial Information Management. The next 5 to 10 years will see significant developments in the maturity and application of already well-established technologies across the geospatial industry, Advancements will drastically change the way in which data is collected, managed, and maintained. Nations at all levels of development will reap the benefits of affordable drone and satellite technologies, often equipped with image classification capabilities as valid data sources for land management. The use of technology and analytical methods has the potential to rapidly advance society toward achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. Global consultation on this is open until June 26, 2020. ASPRS participates in that effort. The Standards Guide from 2018 is evolving as well. ASPRS is leading the review effort through its involvement with ISO TC 211 Working Group 6 on imagery. That team has already begun assembling ideas. ASPRS invites you to participate in revising the Standards Guide. Working Group 6 also oversees 16 projects, 6 of which are works in progress. Yes, the numbers and names that describe these are difficult to understand, and that is why subject matter experts are so important. They see through the complexity to achieve the impossible. Land administration is another important factor addressing life and death on our planet. New models to capitalize on advances in technology, widespread digital literacy, and new resources for community involvement are driving the revolution in effective land management. ASPRS participates in that effort. The International Standard on Land Use and Land Cover is also undergoing revision, but without a U.S. expert on board. Well, that's besides me, who has seen land use and land cover presentations and enjoys them as a highlight of life. ASPRS invites you to participate in that effort. The ASPRS tradition of innovation, cooperation, and community fairness continues into new ventures. Did you see the announcement in the weekly newsletter? ASPRS member Lai Ping Di is leading a TC211 effort to examine the issues of GIS data calibration and validation. You have already been invited to participate in that effort. ASPRS member Larry Hotham has been tirelessly leading the effort to resolve the issues of geodetic control around the globe. That team recently obtained the new funding needed to host an online registry. ASPRS supports that effort. Many of you may have seen the LAS standard as you saved or transferred LiDAR data. Evan Sylvia is the work group leader currently examining technological and methodological trends in our industry and reaching out to ensure that it stays with the times. Josh Nimitz is hosting regular meetings on airborne topo LiDAR accuracy research. Jackie Carr serves as our representative to the NGA, GWG. Doug Carner has been trying to make advances in forensic mapping. Megan Rutelli recently expressed interest and is signing ASPRS up to help continue to develop the ANSI roadmap for UAS standards. Ajit Sampath, Greg Stensis, Kasim Abdullah, so many people take their turn contributing significant time, energy, dedication, and determination to make the world a better place. Jerry Linkowski brought me into the world of ISO standards and showed me the ropes. In my turn, I hope to honor his commitment and transfer knowledge to a new generation of ASPRS action takers. Ryan Bowe volunteered to participate as an ASPRS representative to the ISO TC211 group a few years ago and now serves the international community as a subject matter expert for GIS metadata, among other contributions. ASPRS continues its core mission of providing a forum for innovators in government, academia, and industry to cooperate on setting standards that help accomplish short and long-term goals. So the question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Please visit asprs.org to share your unique contribution with other talented professionals on useful community projects while having fun in the process. Thank you.